My dear friends, it seems that once again Peter manifested his impulsiveness. He wanted to remind the Lord that he had given up everything just to follow him. It was his way of telling the Lord, Lord, I have been most generous to you. I have given to you everything. And what was the response of the Lord? Very revelatory of something. And what is being revealed? The truth that we, no matter what we do, can never outdo God in generosity. I repeat for emphasis sake, no matter what we do, even if we give up our bodies to be burned and our lives to be sacrificed in martyrdom for God, even if we have 1,000 lives and offer them all to God, we can never outdo God in generosity. Why is that? Simple. We can only give back to God what already belongs to Him. We can only offer to the Lord that which is already His. You don't believe me? Please pray over Psalm 24, verse 1. The earth is the Lord. The earth is the Lord's, and everything in it. The earth and everything in it belongs to the Lord. So what can we claim as our very own? Nothing but our own sinfulness. That alone we can offer to the Lord, which does not belong to Him. My dear friends, the sad reality is we have this propensity for giving to God too little of ourselves. We have this very strong tendency to give to God, but with reservations. That's the fact that we need to reckon. Why is that? Well, because of our sinful human nature, our fallen human nature. Hence the challenge for today's celebration, to be generous to God. My dear friends, when we offer to the Lord our lives, our talent, our treasure, our time, we are actually begging Him, Lord, please transform these humble offerings of mine into instruments of making your providential love tangible in this world. That's what we are saying to the Lord each time we are generous to Him through our neighbors. But we have to make sure that every act of giving is motivated by one reason alone, and that is love. The very same reason God is generous to us. John 3:16, for God so loved the world that He gave His only begotten Son. So that should be the motive alone, love. Why is it important to have that motive? Once we give out of love, this is what happens. We declutter our hearts and make room for God. And the more we declutter our hearts, the more space we create for God. And that space, once God is enshrined there, will become an avenue for God to bless us more and to multiply our limited giftedness and resources for our good, for the good of the church, and for His greater glory and honor. The greatest gift the Lord can give us out of our generosity for Him would be this: peace and joy which the world cannot give, even in the face of life's challenges. That's the promise of the Lord. We will have joy, we will have peace, despite tears rolling down our cheeks, for as long as we remain generous to the Lord. May the Eucharist we receive few moments from now help us to be generous to the Lord with our time, with our talent, with our resources.